just got home, and the first thing I saw, because I want to make something similar, I don't want to make something to this, I want to make a cone. Well, there was a fella on there showing you how to do a cone shaped polystyrene, and he was so chuffed with this thing he bought off Etsy. I don't know if you know Etsy. I do. Well, he bought this thing off Etsy. Thing is, he didn't show it. He showed him using it, but he didn't actually show the thing. Whether he was a bit embarrassed about it, I don't know. But we need that all a bit bigger than that. And then I'll show you, if I can, what I think you need, looking at the part I saw on his video, is a piece of doorstop or something of that nature. Now, when I saw him using it, it reminded me of something we made years ago for the bandsaw, and then I actually made one for the sander. So I'll show you this first because I know you're absolutely interested. I marked out inches because this thing is a strange ruler, as you see it. It's not inches, it's pretty. So anyway, it's crap, it's made of wood, that's why I'm using it. Well, I marked out in inches and drilled holes, and that thing you see in there is the top of a pen. Now, if this was a bit thicker, you see that thing there would fit into a doorstop quite comfortably. So he did that, and then he was wishing around with this thing, but not showing anybody what this thing was. So I thought, I know what that is, because I used to have one. Or I made one 100 years ago. You gotta cut a little V in the top of there, so it hooks on, you know, your wire fits in like that. That's all it is. But let me cut something first, because we don't want it that big. Let's just cut that off. Bing. So you just go for centre. So I'm not being fussy. I go for centre there, right? Push that on. And that's it. Now that little V there you've cut in a piece of wood, you aim for that, and as soon as you've got it, you rotate, obviously. Well, that was close. You're like a fucking professional, you are, Rob. See how close I was to the edge? I think I've actually, this might hit this edge, but I'll have a look, have a go in there. Now you're supposed to be quite fluent and try not to stop, because as you know, if you stop, it causes that wire to cook that little bit of polystyrene a bit longer. So you try not to stop. So I remember doing that with the bandsaw. Come the bandsaw or the scroll saw or any of the saws, it always worked out, you know, quite easy to work out. But then, because I want to cut a cone, so let me cut a V. Let me cut a circle first. Put a bit there, I reckon. Push that into the bottom, so you end up with one of them. And then I think the hardest part is to get that so it hooks onto that V. There it is there, right? So we'll go around again. But if this was a piece of doorstop, it would be easier. I'm just looking at with my chest, pushing up into the wire. Now I've only got this on 5 volt, so it's slow. It's meant to be slow for slow people. You know what I mean? I'm slow. So we're going to cut a circle out of this if I put it right. So yeah, he said he bought it off Etsy, and you know, I thought you actually bought something off the internet to do this. Either takes a lot of courage or a lot of brain cells missing. So we go around in a circle like that. Right. Down a point. Hello there. This fella's a nutter, you know that, don't you? That's what they're saying. Who cares? Now we want to cut a cone. Well, what could be easier? You just put your V there, and then you're going to alter your angle and your dangle. Like that. So if we shove that back in the hole it was originally in, there, right, are you with me? Put that back on the V, which is there, and then tilt that up to wherever you want it, right, and then start turning the bloody thing. As I said, this is on very slow cuts indeed. I could speed this up because you're probably bored by now, aren't you? Oh, not another polystyrene video. I hate polystyrene videos. I'm gonna give this a thumbs down because I'm clever and I can click buttons on the computer. I will tell you why I want a cone shaped if and when we ever get around to a circle, which is just about now. And there's your circle. Well, you let go. So now you get the cone. Just chuck all your rubbish, but that's not good enough for me. I want a steeper angle, and I'll tell you what I want it for. When you're doing your casting and you put, you know, your casting as in aluminium. When you do your casting and you want to, you put in your pipes. Well, for when you pour in the aluminium. Well, I want one of these in aluminium so I can push it in the ore, which makes that perfect shapey thing. So we're not happy with that angle of the dangling, so you just fit that back on, and we gotta go up a level or two. Let me shut that off just 2 seconds, and then we'll try and work out what sort of angle I want. Yeah, that could be interesting. I'd say about that angle. So let's shove it, maybe that on there. Now, if I was doing this like in real life, and I make one of these, I will just put a wedgie under, which you can put up pegs in the holes to decide which angle of your dangling you're going on the dangle. Right, so I'm going to hide this now so you can't see it. I was joking. Make sure everything's on there, because you don't want it falling off because it looks absolutely stupid. Switch that on, give it a couple of seconds warning, and away to go. Now get that on the V, as I said, straight into the Vila. That's still not steep enough, but that pipe I use is about 1.25 inches, so I want the top approximately 1.25 inches. But so I dare say, you know, 652,000 trillion of you people know how to do this, but there is the one who didn't, and hopefully he's the one's watching saying, I'm going to give this fella a thumbs up, because he's showing me how to do something that a normal person should know. You know, depending what you're doing for a living. These days, it's very hard to say. So, there's another layer. And as you see, we have steepened the angle yet again. So that is pretty damn close to what I want. But for just a ruler with a pen tip in it, tomorrow over the works I've got some perspex, and I'll cut a perspex strip, because that is a nice thickness, and we'll use that. So that's not big enough. We shut that off. We're going to come up even further than that, and then we will go around it a bloody again. And this is close. This is very close to what I'm looking for. It's hard, but it's not, you know, it's not mental torture. There. That is the shape I'm looking for. So when I do my hole in the sand now, I can push that in and go like that. Okay, and then the top of my sand, I'll show you now, because I gotta show you, because I know. See, I end up with that sort of thing. See? Ugly nodular. So what it's going to end up like, it's going to end up looking like that. Not that big, but about there, about there. About there. So I'm happy with that, and thanks for the fella reminding me how to do this this really hard job. So I'll bring this back to you. You need something really a bit thicker than that if you're using what I just used, which seemed to be quite well. And then you can pull that out of there and then put it in your next hole, or whatever size hole you want. And that seems to hold it quite well, don't it? It didn't slip, and that pushes in that hole. And if I went up a couple of voltages, I think it'd be all right. But I'm quite happy with that. I think you'll see they are pretty close to identical. Everybody got a pen like that, probably still frickin' writes, which it does look. It still writes. Plus, now you put holes in there, put that backing tape on, you know.